Hi everyone, it's Pokemon Racing. It's another Pokemon TCG Live deck profile, and this is my Gardevoir Tyranitar EX deck. Alright, I know it's a bit of a mouthful, eh? Gardevoir EX with Tyranitar EX. Right, so the reason I chose to build it like this instead of using like Babao and Screwfit and everything else, or Pidgeot with Arceus, is so the reason is Tyranitar is a 340 HP. Can't be damaged while it's on the bench by anything. While it's on the bench, it does 250 damage as long as we've got something in the on the bench with damage, which we have. Gengar. We can attack with 1 energy for 120. Alright, and it's only weak to fighting. Fighting at the minute is not favourite at the minute, except for Glimmora. And yeah, it can hit for 250. Choice belt 280. Now we have a Gengar, which can be, you only need to put 1 Gengar in your graveyard and have a space on the bench. And even if you have to sacrifice your Gengar, you can bring it back next turn. It's awesome. We have Mew to search out for rare candies and items like level balls or letter of encouragement. Letter of encouragement is awesome. I think it's a really good card that people aren't really using. I'm using it in my Palkia deck instead of using Chien-Pao to sell out energies. We could just do this. And if they knock out one of the Pokemon, which is normally going to be a Mew, or a Manaphy, we can accelerate 3 energies from our deck straight to our hand, which is great. We are using the Curlier engine to discard, which we can discard a Gengar and draw. Right, that's a draw engine. We have a Buddy Catch to find support cards like Bosses, Claras, Ionas, Resolve, and we can recycle them with Power Pad, and it is awesome. So we don't get affected by Path to the Peak, and so we use Gardevoir as well, which can look for 2 cards of the deck. If it's a basic energy, attach, so that's that energy acceleration straight onto our Pokemon. Also, we get to draw 2 cards, and it's not affected by Path to the Peak. So all this whole deck is designed is to stop your opponent from playing, but not stopping us. This doesn't affect us, Path to the Peak, so that's why we run 3. We've got switches, we've got rare candies, we've got level balls. We can use the rare candies for the Gardevoirs and the Glades if we need to, because we've got 3. We can slowly evolve into a Tyranitar as well. We have Ultra Balls, we have Ionas, we have Choice Belts, Energies. It works, and you'll see in the next 2 matches where I beat Arceus Giratina with a Babao and a Screwfit engine with sort of Superior and everything else, we destroy them. And in the next match after that, we beat a Charizard EX deck that has Pidgeot EX. He has 2 Pidgeot EXs by the end on the bench, and Arceus V-Stars and everything else, and we shut them down and we win. Okay, Charizard EX cannot one-hit Tyranitar EX, because it can only do 330 damage maximum, and that's a Charizard. If I have a fresh Tyranitar, it can't knock it out, but we can knock it out. Alright, so I'll see you in the next part of the video. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe and the bell icon so you get a notification when I'm actually streaming, and my new deck videos are coming out every day as well. You get notification when they are. And yeah, that's it. So enjoy the next 2 battles, and I'll see you in the next part. So, Tyranitar. People are saying, "Oh, it's okay. It's a good card. It is a very good card, and the reason it's good, it can do 250 damage. And the way I've set this deck up, it can hit for 250 every time. I need to add choice belts to it, but at the minute, I'm just seeing how it goes. So we can do a lot of. We will scope rope into that, and we'll actually get." Hopefully pick up something good. Yeah, it's gonna have to be that, so we can get a Tyranitar. Yeah. So we are using Tyranitar, and it does 250 as long as you've got something that's got damage on the bench. That's why we have Gengars. Okay, our deck is designed to discard and draw. So we're using Curliers. The Gardevoir's there to accelerate energy, even when we got Path to the Peak. Now, all my Pokemon in this is not affected by Path to the Peak. So we can run to Path of the Peaks and it doesn't affect us, but it will affect them. That's the whole point. So we can hit big and not be affected by Path of the Peak. Now, this, unfortunately, is... If you really had to judge me, it's fine, because we've still got some stuff here we can do. I can go straight to a Curly, and we can do something here. It's fine. So we have Mew to look out for rare candies as well. We have draw power. We have more draw power of Curlies. We have Gardevoir we can draw and accelerate energy. We've got Delayed to do the body catch, so we can find support cards like boss's orders and stuff like that, or key cards that we need, like Clara, so we can recycle our Tyranitar and Larvitar, so we can actually keep on attacking. And the whole point of this is attack, attack, attack. So we need to kill this quick before it evolves. So there are 2 cards in the hand, which is not good for them. We are going to get a Curly. Okay, so that's 1 Curly down. That's good. Deck's a little bit thinner. We are going to Mysterious Tail. Get a rare candy. Awesome. So now we can... I am going to Ultra Ball. So, get rid of the Ultra Ball. And I have got a Choice Belt now. That's awesome. This will do 250. I need to put more energies on it though. That's the only problem. We can evolve it. Put an energy on it. We can't do Resolve, but it's fine. And that'll end the turn. So if they don't get Arceus next turn, this thing's dead. As long as we can retreat out of it. So, yeah. Right, so they're using Superior. A lot of people are starting to put like grass attackers in there just to fight against Charizard. This is only weak against fighting. There's not many fighting decks out there at the minute, so it's not too bad. Iona, which is good for us. And see if they actually get what they need. They've probably got an Arceus V-Star. Nope, they've got an Ultra Ball. So they've got V-Star, they've got Starbirth. So they're going to find probably another Giratina. They're going to be able to knock out this Mew. But it's fine because we have got the energies in hand, so we can attack. And he's going to find something now. He's did an Iona. He's got rid of the Path to the Peak. Path to the Peak doesn't affect us. So, I'm still thinking about adjusting the deck. To see if I can make this deck perfect. Path to the Peak, that don't affect us. Don't do nothing, mate. That won't work on me. Anywho, yeah, so they're using the Screwvet, Babel, and they're going to get rid of the Choice Belt. It's going to be the Choice Belt. I doubt they're going to get rid of the Path to... Oh, wait, they do have to get rid of the Path to the Peak, because they can't do Starbirth. Oh. Ah. They'd rather get rid of the Choice Belt than get rid of the Path to the Peak. Is that how worried they are about it? About this Tyranitar? Okay. So they're going to select grass energies to this and that. Okay. Right. Ideally, I'd like a Gengar in my hands, but I haven't got one. Okay. See what we can pull from this. So we're going to get rid of this. That's another Volt. Iona. Maybe I should have just kept the Iona and then got the Ultra Ball. Unfortunately, I can't get the Gengar. Alright, I could get the Gengar for the next turn. Okay. So we can do 150 to this. Fine. And we'll see how we get on. 340 is a lot of HP. Even for Giratina. Giratina can't even knock us out. Oh, really? Alright, give me another Gengar. There's a Gengar, and an Ultra Ball, and an Instant Reverse, so we can start hitting really hard now. So you're either looking for Giratina, or you're looking for Superior. V-Star. Giratina. I love Giratina, I think it's an awesome card. I love it in my Lost Zone box deck. So Lost Giratina. I mean, he's got a very good board. It's very consistent. You've got draw power, you've got recycling and then draw again. You've got Superior that can actually do attack. And it has a free retreat, I'm pretty sure, when it's a V-Star. So that's a free retreat pivot. And it can do damage as well. And it does have a big HP pool. Is it 270 or 280? I'm not too sure. Well, you don't need to accelerate any more energies. So you've got that. Right, okay. So, I can't use Letter of Encouragement. That's fine. I can't... I'll have to put that there. Okay. So we want to go for size, though, to be fair. So we're going to refinement this Gengar. Right, okay, that's good. So we got that now. We can do the Gengar. And they fixed that, by the way. He used to hide behind the cards. So now we're hitting for 250. And I should have really put it on there and knocked out the Giratina, but it's fine. We have Resolve. We don't need Resolve. We don't need that. So we are going to lose the Tyranitar, but we are going to take out this. And the reason I'm taking this out is it's just 2 prizes. It's really easy. It's nice, tasty. Toys are 2 little prizes. We're going to suck it up. So we got Path to the Peak. Doesn't really matter because the Path to the Peak on the field. We have resources now. So when they kill this, Letter of Encouragement. When your opponent has knocked out your Pokemon this turn, when they don't judge me, oh, it's fine, it's fine. It's still useful. If you use Letter of Encouragement, pretty much if they knock out your Pokemon, your following turn, you can search your deck for 3 energies, which is great. You can accelerate energies. Now, I can do Body Catch or something like that. Maybe I should do Curly that way. Draw 2. Gallade. Find maybe something I need. Probably it'll be maybe Iona or something, so then I can actually, yeah. Okay, so another Giratina. Trinity Nova, and you're going to accelerate energies to this. So that's 2 prizes there they've taken. Fine. I'm going to have to put you up. Okay, so we have some stuff we can do. Get rid of that. So we have a Gardevoir and then we have that. Now, we can go for that. And we can go into this. We can put the energy onto you. We can search for 2. Another Curly and a Power Pad. What do we need trainer-wise? A Boss and an Iona. Put them back in. Then we can search out for Supporter. And what do we want? Wow, I could always get my Tyranitar back and Larvitar. And that's a guaranteed. Yeah, that's guaranteed as well. 2 energies, thank you. And we're going to go to this. We can evolve you. I would have liked to do a boss's orders on him, but it's fine. So we're doing 280 now. So we are ahead now. So this is an Arceus V Giratina deck with Superior and everything else. And I have literally just... I was behind. And I've just gone from behind straight ahead. He can't start reckoning me. He hasn't got enough in there. He's got 1. And he got rid of the boss's orders as well. His Judge being load has made a difference with this deck because we've got so much draw power and search ability with Body Catch. The Gengar is so easy, and if we needed to, we can always sacrifice the Gengar, bring it back, and Gengar is a permanent card. It is a brilliant card. No matter what they do, if they can just knock out the Gengar, we just bring it back. It's brilliant. So now they're going to go for probably the Gallade. I knew you were going to go for that. So what do we need to do with that? Because he's got... Okay. So we need to switch now, don't we? Yeah, we've got to switch in the deck, so it's fine. We can just have to find it. We've just got to find... He's gone to 1 hand. Oh, well, I thought you used your ability. Oh, I know. It's not the ability with the arrow. It's actually the double turbo. So. Actually got the... Oh, you actually got the heads. Fair enough. 80 damage. Fair enough. But that just means I've got damage on my board again. Don't really make much of a difference, does it, really? So. What do we want to do? Now, I could go... Body Catch. Yeah, I think Resolve. Could probably be better. So we can get rid of the Path, the Curly. Yeah. Right. We got the switch. Right. We've got the energy. We've got another 2 draws. And if we get an energy, fine. But we've got Super Rod. Okay, so we've got 1 energy, 2 Pokemon. That's fine. Alright, so we can go into the switch and go into this. We can... And he's lost. Yeah, there you go. GG's, mate. GG's. Right, we'll go to the next part of the video. And so, second match. And as you can tell, this is going to be interesting because, as you saw from the last match, we beat an Arceus Giratina deck with Superior as well in there, Babao engine with Screwvet and everything. He had everything set up. Perfect deck for Arceus v Giratina, right? And we beat him. And we were behind for like a few seconds, and then bomb. We just went off. Just went off and just wiped them out. Okay, so we need to put an energy from you onto this because we like to have the Mew up front so we can find for stuff. We have it's fine to have an energy in there because it's not a big deal, and we didn't find anything. We're looking for a rare candy or Path to the Peak, but it's fine. So we run Path to the Peaks, alright? Sole reason is it does not affect us at all. Path to the Peaks do not affect us because none of our Pokemon have a rule box that has an ability, right? My Mew, which is the Searcher, is a basic. My Curliers, my Gardevoir, my Glade, they all have abilities that aren't affected by Path to the Peak. But this deck I'm playing against now, a Charizard deck, is. And so is Arceus, so is Pidgey, Pidgeotto, and so is Charizard EX as well. They can't activate their abilities while there's Path to the Peak. Now, that was the biggest challenge with the deck, is Path to the Peak. Now he's going to charge himself up because he can't charge anything else up. That's the only problem with Arceus. But he has the Starbirth, which is good. Which is great. It's a good card. So we're going to go Curly. We are also going to draw for 2 before we do the Mew. Sole reason is we can find something we need. So, what would be good right now? Probably that. Just in case, because they're probably going to knock out one of our Pokemon. She's fine. We've got another Curly. She's fine. We have an Ultra Ball and everything else. We don't. Should we or should we not? I will get rid of the boss. Sole reason is I can bring it back with Palpad. The 1 energies and that. So we can get rid of that and the Clara, because the Clara can come back. We can get the Tranitar and do Rare Candy into this one. I'm going to end the turn. Now, I've put a boss and a Clara in. Palpad, that's what I use it for. That's why you have Palpad. Just in case you want a boss or Clara or Iona or anything else, it's there. Now all I need to get now is a Gengar and we're sweet. They're probably gonna knock this Mew out, which is fine, because if they do, I can actually just put Tyranitar. This will farm me in energies. I can discard said energies, one of the energies from Curlia, draw an extra card. I've got more Curlia, and I can find what I need. And yeah, pretty much it. Yeah. The cycle, it's a nice little cycle. It's this goes to this, this goes to this, and this goes to this. And no matter what you do, what hand you get, you can make it work. As long as you've got a Curlia, because a Curlia can't be stopped by Path or anything like that. This deck can, but mine won't. So it's the whole point. It's to be a massive beat stick, which it is. 340 HP and can do 250 damage. Put a choice belt on it's 280. It will knock out all Arceus Vs. It will knock out Pidgeot EX in one swipe. No, it won't knock it out because that's an EX. But it can knock out a Giratina, it can knock out an Arceus, and it can do quite a lot of damage to Charizard. And Charizard, at its max damage, can only do 340. 330, sorry. You can only do 330 damage. And it's 10 off what a Tyranitar is. So Tyranitar can outlast a Charizard EX, even at full power. It can't knock out my Tyranitar. If it's at full health, it can't knock out my Tyranitar. That's the whole point of this deck. So they're going to take out my Mew now. And they're going to charge up probably this Arceus. So what have they used so far? So they're using Jacko Search for Evolutions, which is interesting. And we can go to this. Because you knocked out one of my Pokemon. Which means 1, 2, 3. This is why I'm using this letter of encouragement in a Palkia deck instead of using Jim Powell. It makes more sense. So I could put that there. I could put an energy here. I can curl in. Hopefully I can grab an Ultra Ball or something. A Level Ball. We can get another one of them. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to get rid. So hopefully I can get something resolve. Well, there's no point me using a Level Ball, so we might as well just get rid of the lot. There we go. And we've got a Palpad as well, so we can that and that. Put them back in the deck. we have a free attack right now. So they can do 180, 180. That's all they can do to me. Now I was going to retreat this. I can evolve my Tyranitar. They're Ionaed me, which is fine because it gives me 6 extra cards to draw into. And look, I get a choice spell. Not at the time I wanted it, I would have liked it sooner, but still, I have an Ultra Ball. So now I can go Ultra Ball, Path, and an Ultra Ball. So, boss, that. I can get a Gengar, put it in the discard pile. You always leave one space open for your Gengar, alright? Just so you can keep bringing it back. And when I do that, this will be doing 250. Choice Spell against the V-Start 280. So now they need to find some way of stopping me doing what I want to do. Because they know they can't beat this outright. They can't one-hit a Tyranitar. The only thing it can is Raichu and Chimpao and Star Reckonum from Giratina. That is the only thing that can knock out this Tyranitar. If there's anything else, let me know. I probably haven't thought of it. I can't think of one at the minute that can knock it out in one go. So we have some options here. So, well, for one, I'm going to put that on you. Then we can go for boss that. Wait a minute. Actually, get rid of that. Got plenty of them. And we can get that. Then we can get rid of the Gengar. Draw 2. Path to the Peak. Excellent. We have Resolve and that. So we don't need the bosses at the minute. We could boss something up actually. Because this thing is a liability for them. What can we knock out for 250? There's not really much we can knock out for 250. Okay, so we could. I'm gonna have to go for the Ultra Ball. I know it's silly, but right, okay. So we got Ionas and the boss. We don't need to resolve, so we can Iona for 6. I know I'm gonna give him 2 extra cards, but we can just do it. It's fine. And we can get some energies or something. There we go, some energies. So we can go you. We can go you. Bomb. We have got an escape rope, which is fine. We haven't done the Gengar yet. Now, what's this do? 120. They'll leave him with 270. It's not enough for escape rope. They'll just put the Manaphy up anyway. Yeah, just do the 250, knock it out. Right. So now they can't do a quick search with Pidgeot. And we've got a Switch and a Gallade, which is awesome for us because now we can boss up stuff. So I'm going to go for this Giratina next. Okay, so you already put it up there. Great. You can't use any abilities. You can't charge up any Charizards, even though you don't need to at the minute. It's fine. So, what are you going to do? Trinity Novak, right, 200. Fine. Okay. That's fine. I'll put this up. How many energies have I got in there? 5. Got 1 there. That's an energy. That's 250, 280. We have. I don't want a Curlius, to be fair. I would like to just go into a Gallade and search out for that for the minute. I'm not going to boss anything else up at the minute. That's his attacker. That's another attacker. What we got in there? 3 energies and 3 Pokemon. And how many rare candies have we used? 2. Fine. Okay, so we can Curly, and we can get that and that with 2 energies. Great. Put that down. Don't need to put an energy down. I could draw, but I'm not going to, because we're at 10 cards in our deck. And we know we've got bosses in our deck, so we are ahead. And you'll see me. This is a full Charizard, Pidgeot, Arceus deck that's been literally going rampant in the ranked at the minute, right? And I am doing really well. He's gonna do, I think, 300. I think it is with this Charizard. Yeah, he's gonna do about 300 with this Charizard. So, and he's going to boss up my fresh one, which is fine. That's all right. 300. Got half. I got that. Now, what do I want to do? I think he's weakening that up for that. So, what have I got left? 2. What do I want? I mean, I want to kill the Charizard. The easiest would be the Pidgeot, but it's a free retreat. I can get rid of an Iona. Bear Candy. Awesome. How many energies have got? 3. I know I've got more in the deck. Could Iona, or we could just keep the hand, go for a boss. I could boss them up. What would we go for? They can't do the quick searches. We could do 120 damage and knock it out. They could retreat from that, but it's fine. We can boss it up. So if I search for anything else, I don't really need to. But I could put some more energies back into the deck, just so I can draw into them. I'm going to do 120. Sole reason is, next turn, I've lost the boss, unfortunately. Is that 2 bosses? No, I've still got another boss in my deck. It's fine. And yeah, so he's weak now. He knows he is. He's got a path to the peak shutting him down, so he can't do a quick search. He couldn't do a one shot even if he wanted to. If I had 1 prize left, they'd still only do 330 damage. It's not enough to knock out my Tyranitar. They have to soften it up first, which means I can start hitting for 250 if I wanted to. Even I can still attack with 1 energy. That's the crazy thing. I can still do an attack. Now this is in the range of me just nuking it now with this Tyranitar, and he knows that, and he's lost. No matter what he's done, he knocks out this Tyranitar. I could just bring this one up, and he's lost. Right. I don't even have to do anything. I could just boss it up and everything else, or do whatever I wanted to do, but I don't need to do anything. That's it. GG, mate. GG. And that's it. And that is my Tyranitar, Gardevoir Tyranitar deck, alright? And as you saw, I've just beaten an Arceus Guillotine deck, and I've beaten what's been used unranked at the minute, which is a Charizard Pidgeot Arceus V-Star deck, and I've just